Hi everyone, welcome back to another video on the channel. Thank you very much for joining me. It's Sunday the 14th of July today. If you're playing golf today, have a great time and play well. And I've got a great little feeling today because when I was the head professional at a golf club, a lot of time people came into the shop wanting kind of, not a quick fix, but they wanted something to go out into the golf course with, because obviously if they're teeing off in 5 minutes time, they can't go out and change their swing. So a lot of the time I gave people kind of course feelings to go out in the golf course with. And this is what this video is all about. You would have seen me hit all those different clubs just before this introduction. I'm going to tell you what this is. I'm going to give you some tips to take out on the golf course straight away, because 9 times out of 10 we haven't, have we, got the time to kind of go out and practice and change our swing. You might just need something to hold it together. And I'm going to give you some tips to tell you what these are and to hopefully kind of get you through that day and get you through that round. Okay, I'm just going to get the front camera set up and see you in a little while. Okay everyone, so thanks very much for joining me. And like the thumbnail suggests, the glue that holds the swing together. Now, there's a time and a place for mechanics, and I really recommend, obviously there's a lot to do with the channel, is improving your technique. But when we go out on the golf course, we don't do swing by numbers. So you might have seen my video of, that's a bit better, of I became a beginner again, and I talked a little bit about rhythm and timing, and that kind of got me out of jail a few times. Things to take out in the golf course aren't necessarily positions. Yes, you can have little feelings and movements and influences about what the club can do, what I consider the glue that holds the swing together. And that is rhythm. I'm going to give you a few exercises and a few feelings to take rhythm out on the golf course. Because what is rhythm? Well, naturally I'm a little bit slower than normal. Sounds a bit wrong, or probably am. And definitely swing it kind of on the slow side, but it's being able to swing in your rhythm and not kind of have tension in your golf swing. And the first tip I would say is, in golf we need this club to be swinging around us, and to help that I would really keep the pressure and keep the tension off your grip. So a great little exercise to do before you go out is to go in the nets or just on the side of the tee and do a few practice swings, is take your normal grip and feel like you're gripping the club like 2 out of 10 maximum, even a 1 if you dare. So really, really light. Now the secret isn't just to kind of do that at address, is to feel that all the way through the swing. So let's take a ball away. So we're going to feel 1 or 2 out of 10. So really feel as light as you can in the fingers. The secret now is to feel that lightness in your grip all the way through your swing, all the way through until the finish. At the end I'm going to feel the same kind of lack of tension, the lightness in my hands. So it's really light, and what that does, that allows the club to kind of swing a little bit easier. I'm not going to say you're going to end up like Rory McIlroy. A lot of the kind of the pitfalls is tension, and we get to that certain shot sometimes, don't we don't like on the golf course, or wind, or certain lie, and the instinct is to control. I think we kind of need to kind of lose the control, and just like my mate Neil said, to gain control you've got to lose it in golf, and I've never forgotten that. And allow the club to fall where it wants, so there's no control, so there's no putting, so you're allowing the club to feel much heavier in your hands, and then obviously your arms as well. And you can do that in a shot. So let's imagine you're kind of a net 5 minutes before you're going out. Right, I'm going to feel like I'm 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10, 2 out of 10. And you'll be amazed how much speed there is. Nice and light at the top of the backswing, nice and light, and feel like I'm kind of letting go of the pressure in my hands. And I encourage you to do the same. You'd be amazed how much speed gets created down there. Because what you don't want to do, a lot of club golfers who suffer from lack of strike and speed especially, is they're too controlled by their top half. So the kind of the club is going at the same pace as their body. What you're trying to do is take away the tension, and you're trying to swing that golf club. Take away the tension, give yourself a bit of a waggle there. Right, 1 or 2 out of 10. Keep it light, all the way through. It's a really great one to give the golfer who has got too many thoughts going around in their head in terms of position, and this is where it's really important to kind of take different golf course feelings and the range feeling. The range, or you're away from the golf course, you might be working on positions and drills like you've seen on the channel, but on the golf course it's really important to take these sort of things out there. So nice and light, one more and we get on to the next one. 1 or 2 out of 10. It really feels like, I'm not even trying to put any effort into that, really feels like the club's allowing to swing me through the golf shot instead of me trying to control the club as well. Right, okay, on to the next little feeling. Right, so the next little tip which can go and really help in terms of how you kind of start this whole swing off is the first 18 inches. Has a massive influence about how the other parts of your body and obviously how your club swings after that. If you get this wrong or it goes back too quick, you haven't got the awareness time and it's kind of a blink and you miss it, isn't it? Especially if you're under a bit of pressure or you're on the first tee and people are looking, it's kind of, oh, you're a bit nervous. I do the opposite. I've been in some really nervous situations and I would always recommend the last kind of second before you take that club face back, take the pressure off your hands and go low and slow. Head nice and still, you're not going with it with your head, not dragging your head along for the ride, but you're keeping this club like you can kind of sense it going back. You've got the awareness time. So this first 18 inches until you kind of the club gets to kind of, I don't know, knee height, something like that, you're just allowing this club just to go really slow on the way back, and then you're building up. And I always say you start off in first gear and you move through the gears in your backswing and obviously down into the ball as well. You don't start off in third or fourth gear. It can be a real springboard, this kind of feeling on the way back, to kind of really initiate all your other parts and give them the best chance to work correctly, especially obviously the club as well. So nice and light in your hands, so you're not kind of bringing any tension to the party. Move through the gears in the backswing and then the downswing. So you can't build up speed if you start quick. It's really difficult. Really smooth for this first, even for the first 6 to 12 inches. Because I look back at some of my shots and some of my worst shots I hit, it's like I didn't know what was going on from about here. It was like, wow, it's blink and you miss it, because I just wanted to get it over and done with, felt so uncomfortable. And some of my best golf has come from lack of trying, really. You're allowing the club to swing. It's difficult because you want to try and feel like you're controlling the ball. But like I said before, you don't want to control the ball. You want the club to swing, and that will give you the control. Right, and another thing is balance. If you've got good balance in your swing, you've got a good weight shift. So what you're looking for in golf, you're looking for a nice flow of weight, moving from kind of 50-50 with an iron, a little bit more 60-40 with a driver. But with an iron, you're looking for a nice bit of weight shift, a nice bit of twist, keeping your balance. So at the top of my backswing, I've got my weight pretty much through the middle of my foot there. I haven't got anything on the outside. So it's just kind of planted right down so I can stand there all day, nice and light. And you're just flowing this weight from one side to another. And at the end there, you're just trying to hold your finish with balance. If you can, lift your right foot up in the air and you're trying to get all your weight over to your left side, really. So you're not doing this with your head, you're not shoving your head over and moving your weight over. It's just done by twisting, a little bit of rotary, and you're keeping your balance. So you can add that to the party, because this isn't very difficult. This isn't like swing thoughts and positions. This is feelings. So it's different than kind of putting and working on your wrists or anything like that. All this stuff can help all that. Remember, that's for the range. Okay, nice and light with the hands. I would say that's the order of importance, would be definitely that. Nice and smooth away from the ball and good balance. Hold it. So you're feeling like all your weight's on that left side. It's kind of a little bit on the outside of my left shoe there. Keep it 2 or 3 out of 10 this time. Smooth, hold. Hold it up in the air. Wait for it to come down. And if you've got good balance, all your body parts are probably working in good sequence. So it's a bit of a chicken and egg thing. If you're falling all over the place, you've probably got your body parts working in the wrong order. So remember, you're looking for a nice smooth flow of weight all the way back, nice and light, remember, really light, and then all the way through. Keep it nice and gentle. Remember, feeling like you're swinging nice and smooth doesn't mean you're going to lose distance. You'll probably increase it, weirdly, in golf, because keeping tension out of your hands will introduce natural speed down the bottom. That natural speed you can't feel, and that's the difficult thing about golf. What we try and do is trying to create the power, because we can feel like we're putting the effort in. But in golf, what you're looking for the club to do the work, and that's my less is more feeling. But to have that on the golf course, nice and light, nice and smooth, and good balance, remember. Okay everyone, so thanks very much if you're still here, thanks very much for your support. And like I said at the very start, you don't really want to take positional swings out onto the golf course too much. All these other parts are really beneficial for us to be able to kind of go out on the golf course with less thought, and for it to work. Obviously there could become a time obviously out on the golf course where you're probably going to need to dip into maybe a swing thought or two just to try and get you through, but remember, the glue that holds the swing together is all this rhythm and tension and balance, or lack of tension I should say. It's a real skill to kind of, I would say, departmentalize. So you've got your range stuff, you've got your home stuff, you've got your drills, and then you go on the golf course and you trust all that. You want to try and let this kind of glue, this rhythm, this balance, this lack of tension, this glue your swing all together. Say someone like Butch Harmon. I've seen the odd interview he gives that he's behind the pupil just before they're about to go out and they're laughing and joking. He's not telling them swing thoughts, he's not telling them positions, he's trying to get them relaxed, he said. And that's what I'm trying to get you to do. So that person that came into the pro shop and asked for some swing advice or some course advice or how he can improve his golf quite quickly in the next 5 or 10 minutes, that's what I always encouraged. And I'm not saying it worked all the time, but majority of the time it did definitely work, because it can only help, that's for certain. Okay everyone, so if you've made it this far, thank you very much. I really appreciate your support, and I really appreciate everyone's kind of comments. Obviously there's been some kind of not so nice ones in terms of opinions, but I don't care, because everyone has their opinion, and like I've said all the time, not every video is for everyone, but I'm just here to, like I've always said, to kind of give you an overview of the golf swing and some feelings as well. Okay, I'll wrap it up now. If you're playing today, have a great time and play well. And let me know what type of things you take out on the golf course and what's helped you. Okay, I'll finally wrap it up now. Have a great time everyone, have a great day, and we'll see you tomorrow. For myself and Trev, we'll see you then. Cheerio.